Okay, guys, so now we're out here. We're with the new bug out vehicle. This is the SUV. This is a Nissan Pathfinder. And what we're going to do now is we're going to go through the contents of this vehicle and I'm going to show you what I got. We revised this whole thing. We made it more compact uh, and we made it more robust, more organized. So let's go through the contents of this vehicle and see what we got. All right, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take our tarp that's covering all of the things inside of our bug out truck, everything that's inside here, we're going to uncover it here. We set our tarp to the side, and so we got all of our stuff situated inside the back of the SUV. The new thing with this particular SUV is its third row seating. So with the way that I organized everything inside of this vehicle now, I actually added an extra seat to the bug out SUV. So the first thing that we have here is I just did a review on this. We have a Milwaukee splitting axe, and we have this shovel here, and this is a Dr. Otech shovel. And as you can see, it has a couple attachments there to make it a little bit longer, and we can get this to convert into uh, a 4-foot shovel here. We got that, lay that off to the side. Next thing we have here is we have our equipment rack. I made a video about this equipment rack some months ago. We got a compact shovel here. We have a 14-inch axe here. We have a fire hydrant key. We have plenty of extension cord or utility cord for any electronics that we might have. We have glow sticks. We have a fire stop or a fire extinguisher here. We have duct tape. We have a cutting machete with a sawback on it. This is the Calamus Carnivore X. And we have our flashlight. This is a Duracell. It's coming in about 2,500 lumen there. Very, very bright, robust flashlight there. And then we have some cordage that's sitting right there on the side there. So we have that situated inside the car. We also have duct tape. You know, a lot of people, they say to make sure that you have your tarp situated where people cannot see the things that are inside of your vehicle, but you can also use duct tape to cover your back windows. You're not going to use those rear windows to see out of anyway because they're just too far back and they don't really serve much of a purpose except for to see out of and of course defrost and things like that because it's third row. So you go ahead and you take this duct tape and you cover those windows up, and you might not even need to use a tarp. So that's something that you can keep inside of your kit for when you need it for another situation. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to take this out of the vehicle. It's just sitting in there like that. We're going to set it down here on the ground and we're going to keep on moving. Like always, we have our roller here so we can be mobile. If we're not in a precarious situation, we can set our boxes on this roller and we can take off. In the event that we're in like heavy brush or something like this, in the future, I plan on probably putting some larger rafters on this thing just to make it roll easier when we're inside the brush or heavy grass like this. So we set that down there. An emergency situation, we have road flares here. Has a nice little sack there, and we have lit road flares there that we can put, and they have a magnet on them as well. So if we needed to stick them somewhere on the vehicle, like so, we could in an emergency. Go ahead and put that back in there. As you can see, we have tons and tons of water here. We have 6 gallons of water times 3. We have a smaller jerry can here, or Rotopax jerry can there. So we got tons of water. 18 gallons of water there. Here, we're talking about our toolbox for maintenance. And as we can see here, open this up, being a little bit more organized with our toolbox here. We're going to open up the top. We got drill bits. We have butt connectors. We got male and female connectors here. We have heat shrink of various sizes. We have NOCO. This is battery terminal cleaner. We have an air chuck. We have a utility knife in here to blow our air here. We have extra blades for our utility knife. We have white lithium grease. We have adapters for socket adapters in here for impact, quick connect impact or drill. We have batteries, AA batteries in here. We got some AAAs down at the bottom. We have some I think these are D batteries. We have cotter pins, an assortment of different type of cotter pins. We have hand sanitizer. We have wire nuts in here. We have spare fuses, and we have a fuse puller here. And here we have those butterfly bolts. You stick them through the wall or stick them through a firewall, and it pretty much cinches if you don't have anything to grab onto, and you can send her home. We got some zip ties inside this kit, a few small zip ties. And look at this. We have a twist lock on and off a wheel starter kit. So this will cut off, this is a cutting wheel for when you're doing work to your car and you got those stubborn parts or nuts or bolts that won't come off. You got a cutting wheel. And I'll show you why we got that cutting wheel in a moment. And we have some socket adapters with the extension on there for you. Good thing about this kit that I like is that you can go ahead and send it forward, send it back. Now we have all of this stuff underneath the kit. We have all of our sockets for doing heavy work on the vehicle, lug nuts and things like that. If we got a stubborn bolt or something that we cannot get off, then we have the ability to do that. We have tap and die set in here for rethreading. We have all of our sockets in here. We have a spare pair of gloves. We have safety glasses. We have WD-40. We have a serrated pair of scissors in here for cutting things. We have a couple baggies. In the summertime, when we're doing work to our car, we have some Bug X30 insect repellent in there for us. Inside this kit, we have wrenches, sockets. We have a testing meter for our fuses. We have wire strippers in here, and we have a couple of just spare drill bits that are just hanging out in there. Of course, on the top of this kit, we have that pack of drill bits in there, so those are just extra. And we have extra wire. This SUV does have lights and things on it, so if you need to run some more wire, if something got frayed or cut in the event that you're out and about, then you have the ability to change your wires out or make those appropriate repairs. That's what's inside that toolkit, and we'll go ahead and take that out and we'll set it to the side here. Next up, inside this first box, we're still talking about vehicle repair and the things that it's going to take to get you there when you're in a pinch. One thing that guys forget about when they make their bug out vehicle videos is the fact that, you know, you're bugging out because you're saying that, you know, bugging in place is no longer an option for you. It's no longer safe where you are, and you got to get out right away. With all of that stress is going to come strenuous work, strenuous labor, and things like that. So the first thing in the top of this kit is lower back support. So you last thing you want to do is have an emergency and you lift one of these heavy totes up and you hurt your back. Okay, so you want to make sure that you have back support so you don't strain yourself. Another thing that we have inside of this box here is some extra wire for making repairs. You can actually repair a ball joint if you have thick enough wire to do so. Another thing that we have inside this kit is we have an extension for our lug nuts. When you're dealing with a heavier SUV or pickup truck, sometimes those lug nuts can be so tight you need a little bit of extra leverage. So this is going to be inside of that kit. We have a come along in here. This is just it's not rated for too heavy, but it'll help you along to pull you out of a precarious situation. So we have a come along. We have the ability to diagnose any type of computer problems that we're having with our vehicle. Plug up our computer on our vehicle and do a diagnostic check, and this will let you know what's going on with your car in a situation like that. Another thing that's important is these are the inflatable pads that'll help you if you get locked out of your car or someone gets locked out of your car. Well, you might be thinking, you say, well, it's a SHTF situation. Why wouldn't I just break the window if I wanted to get inside of my car? Well, first of all, if it's winter like it is here, you don't want to bust a window because that's just one more thing that you're going to have to contend with while you're out there. Not only you got inside the car, but now you have to worry about keeping the cold, inclement weather out of the vehicle as well. So if you can get inside of the vehicle by way of, you know, prying the door open or getting to the lock, then this is going to be a good option for you. Another thing, considering like our tires and things like that, what we have is we have a KC Auto tire repair kit. If you look at that, that's a nice robust tire repair kit. You know, you go ahead, you pull whatever object is stuck inside your tire. You got the ability to go ahead and plug that tire. You know, put your plug in, cut your plug. This is a little knife here. You have some extra plugs here, and you have the material here to go ahead and stop that tire. So we keep that inside the kit as well. As I find that zipper here. Another thing we keep inside this kit is for those butt connectors, we keep a crimper, you know, so that's kind of self-explanatory. You remember in that our toolkit when we said that we kept something for cutting, that those cutting bits? Well, I carry a Dremel. I carry an electric Dremel with me. They do have battery operated Dremels, but I carry this electric one because I've had this thing for many years now. Um, so you carry a Dremel with you. Along with that Dremel, we carry a battery bank. This is a flash fish. It's not like a Jackery or anything like that. Not as famous as those brands, but you can plug your Dremel and some small tools up with it, and it'll get the job done. These are a small pair of wire cutters, like the wire that I showed you earlier. Things like this, you know, things that are of this diameter, wire or something like that, you can go ahead and make that real easy for you and just cut a piece off. So those serve a great purpose inside your kit there. Another thing that you want in the SHTF situation is you know, battery cables. They're very thick. Something like what I just showed you will not get the job done. So if you had a pair of nice ratcheting battery cable cutters, then you can salvage any parts that were left behind by any vehicles, like quick and in a hurry, and get right back on the road. Another thing on this vehicle, if you notice, we have a roof rack. And so this is just going to go on the door there. It's a step. It'll just help you access the things that are on the roof rack much easier. So this is also inside the kit. This is a battery pack for a saw that we have. I'll show you that here in a moment. This is The vac life, I had this for many years now. I actually featured this in my last bug out vehicle. The vac life is a tire air compressor tool. We also have some, to go along with that battery pack that I put to the side, we have some reciprocating saw blades, and this is for trees and things like that. These are 1 foot saw blades, and for pruning. And we're gonna put these to the side. I'm gonna show you what we use this for in a moment. We have a hose siphon for gas if we needed to salvage any gas or anything like that. I can hook this to my impact drill and put another hose on this end, and then this will help you siphon gas a lot quicker, and it'll prevent you from getting gas inside of your mouth by way of using gravity fed siphon. Of course, we have some ratchet straps inside here. That's ×3. We have some more duct tape. This is of the camel type duct tape. And we have toe strap in here. Not only do we have toe strap in here, but here situated on the door, we have some more toe strap that we make accessible. This is for recovery purposes, obviously. So you want to keep you some toe strap nice and available. I keep that one in there. Keep this bin, keeps it nice and dry. I'm also just a side note, I've also changed what I've been storing everything in. So these are some nice robust carrying cases that Husky has came out with, and I like them. They have the rubber seal under the top, so they keep all of your belongings nice and dry here. Moving along with the contents inside of this box, we have a serpentine belt situated for this particular car. When you're out and about and you're going through wooded areas and you're climbing steep inclines and stuff, you definitely want to keep a spare serpentine belt, because those things will break on you, and having a spare one in case you needed to change it is good. Another thing that we have in here is we have leak stop or block seal. And basically it says just pour directly into your radiator. So if you have a radiator leak or something, having something like this on hand is going to save your life while you're out there. Moving down to the last 3 items inside of this box, of course we have slime. And of course we know everybody knows what slime is. If you get a flat, you put that inside of your tire, then you inflate it with air. The slime goes throughout the inner circumference of the tire and assists you in sealing whatever hole has caused you to have a flat in the first place. With that being said, we also have Fix-A-Flat available inside that. Now this isn't the Fix-A-Flat with the slime, but it's just your regular generic Fix-A-Flat. So you don't have to break out your air pump or anything. This will inflate your tire as well. So keep you a can of Fix-A-Flat. Moving on to the final thing in here, we have the Avapal. Now I've featured maybe 2 or 3 videos with the Avapal. So what this is basically a portable battery jumper. And so make sure that you keep you something like this. There are a lot of battery jumpers on the market that you can choose from. I chose the Avapal. It's been working for me, and